If you love your workspace, you love your work just a little bit more. Hi everyone, I hope you have a lovely day. I'm Iris Blue, speaker coach and self-care queen, and welcome to my YouTube channel. The place to be if you want to learn how to feel beautiful inside and out. So as you know, I work from home and I absolutely love working from home. It gives me the space to do and plan in whatever I want as long as I get my deadlines done. But sometimes I do want to change up the environment a little bit because it can get boring being in the same space every day. So today we're gonna dive in my favorite workplaces, what I love about them and why I think you should go and work there too. But before we do that, I want to thank the sponsors of this video, Nada. Nada is a great snack to have on the go. It's gluten-free, it's vegan and it's 100% natural because it has only one ingredient and that is freeze-dried fruit. They have 3 flavors. They have strawberry, they have peach and they have apple. And now I'm fortunate enough to give one of you guys a taste of Nada yourself, because I will be giving away all 3 of these delicious flavors. The only thing you have to do is go to my Instagram and go and find this post over here. In the descriptions you will read what you have to do, so be sure to check that out. So let's get into my favorite workplaces now. So as we look into these workplaces, I will be ranking them on concentration, inspiration and facilities. I will give each of these a grade so you know what to expect when you go to work in these places. So the first place, of course, is just from your home. Like I'm doing 90% of the time. Like I said, I love working from home. I can make my own space. I can decide what I want to do in what time period. It's great. For concentration, I will be giving working from home an 8. Why? Because like I said, you have all your stuff and it's great to concentrate, but you do tend to do stuff like the dishes or the laundry or other stuff that bothers you in your household while you're working from home. I don't have a day where I don't clean something or do something else because it still needs to be done. So I do recommend it if you start working from home, you actually get a space that is dedicated just to work, like I am in right now. This is my workspace. So here I just work. If I go have lunch, I do it in another room. This is just a working environment and that makes it way easier to concentrate here. For inspiration, I give it a 6. Why? Because it's the same space every day, every time. You can jazz it up and make it your own and hang out pictures that you like. Like I showed you on Instagram, I do have like a victory wall that really motivates me, but it is the same space every day and you don't come out of that space a lot. If you also working from home and living in your home, you do tend to be in one space a lot. At facilities, I of course give it a 9 because you have all your stuff with you. It's great. You have, if you want to get some soup and you have some soup in the fridge, you get some soup. Of course you have Wi-Fi, you have your computer, you have I have an access screen, so you do have everything you need at your disposal. But why it's not a 10 but a 9 for me is that you actually have to go and make your food yourself. I know this sounds horrible and I do like to cook sometimes. I'm not crazy about it. I'm not gonna lie, I don't really like cooking because I love eating. I love eating, but it takes a lot of time to prepare the food and I do find it kind of takes away from the time that you can work on stuff. So that's maybe my workaholic side of me, but that is the only thing I don't like when I'm working from my home. So the next spot that I love to work at is a coffee bar. Because Well, first of all, I love coffee. Like I said prior to this, I love food. So there's a good combination. But also it's a change of environment. That's why I try to go to a coffee bar at least once a week and just do some work over there. You can also find this on my Instagram as well. I'm at Bagels and Beans a lot. So for concentration, I give it a 7. Why? Because if you put in your earplugs, you'll be fine. You can concentrate as much as you want, but there are a lot of environmental factors that can kind of disturb you, like people or just random noises or loud conversations. So if you're somebody who needs absolute quiet to study or to work, this is not your spot. But I actually love the people around me, I love the interaction, and like I said, when I have a moment that I really need to dive into something, I just put in my earplugs and I'll be fine. For inspiration, I give it an 8. Because, well, I live in the city, so the coffee bars are in the city center, and I just love watching and viewing all the people having fun and just going about their day. Also, if you have a nice coffee room that has a cool lounge area or just a cool environment, it's really great to just chill out. For facilities, I give it a 9 because you have food. Like I said, you don't have to make it yourself, which is great. The food is nice also. I don't know about you, but if I cook for myself, the food isn't always that nice. Sometimes I really screw up. But okay, the food is good in a coffee bar. The coffee, of course, is amazing in a coffee bar. You have often in coffee bars you have Wi-Fi and outlets, so that makes working there so much easier. The only thing that I don't like about coffee bars, and that's why it's a 9, is because, well, you have one shared bathroom and they're not always that clean. So the next working space is either a school or a library. Every city and town in the Netherlands at least has a library, and it's great to work here because there actually are a lot of people working there at the same time as you are, and you have all the books to your disposal that you want. So for concentration, I give a school or a library a 9 because this spot is designed to work. It's made for you to concentrate, and that's why it's so great. I give it a 9 because of the interaction that sometimes you see people you know and they want to speak to you. That of course kind of destroys the purpose of really being hyper focused on something, but okay, not complaining. And I also give it a 9 because, well, there's nothing else to do, so of course you're going to work, you don't have any excuses, but also the environment can be kind of boring. So for inspiration, I give it a 6 because often the environment is kind of boring, kind of dark. I haven't seen that many school buildings or libraries that have a lot of light in them. So it isn't the most inviting or warm or inspiring surroundings that you can have for work. But the books are great though. There's a lot of inspiration, of course, you can get from the books that you can read over there. For facilities, I give it a 6. Why? Because again, there sometimes is a cafeteria, but often they also don't have that much to offer. So there often is Wi-Fi and there are outlets, so that is great. There's the shared bathroom that isn't always that clean. So the last working space I want to discuss with you, and this will be something that might surprise you, is actually an amusement park. I know this seems a little bit crazy, but if you do creative work, this can be amazing, especially if you need to brainstorm or come up with something. I have an amusement park that I'm frequently going to, and I absolutely love it. I have an annual pass to go there. It's the Efteling, it's a Dutch amusement park, and I just actually go there to work sometimes. For concentration, I give it a 6. For concentration, I give it a 6. obviously, because there's a lot of distraction, but if you have your little spot and your earplugs, you can concentrate over there. For inspiration, I give it a 10. Because it's so much fun to work at an amusement park, and even though you don't get as much done as you might at home, it's so inspiring. And if you're doing something creative, I really encourage you to go there sometimes. And for facilities, I give it a 7 because, well, at least in the amusement park I go to, there's Wi-Fi, and I think a lot of amusement parks have Wi-Fi nowadays. It's not always the best connection, and outlets are quite hard to find, but they do have a lot of good food. Like I said, apparently that's a really important part of facilities for me. So they do have a lot of good food, and of course the rides that you can enjoy in your breaks that you do in between your work. So I'm wondering, what is your favorite workplace? I can use the tips and tricks that you have, because I really like to try out new working spots. So please let me know in the comments down below. As always, my friends, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications, because I am making more videos and I try to upload every Friday. I will see you next time, and don't forget in the meantime that you are awesome. I can't
Commissioner!